Well, Motorola has finally released the latest Moto E second generation model, which is definitely an upgraded version because of the LTE support, Android Lollipop, bigger displays, interchangeable color bands and much more. So let's review the phone in details. First, let's talk about the hardware. The phone is packed with a 1.2 GHz Cortex A7 chipset Snapdragon 240 3G model and a 1.2 GHz Cortex A53 chipset Snapdragon 410 44G LTE model. The 3G model has the Adreno 302 graphics and the 4G LTE model has the Adreno 306 graphics. So those were the only differences between the 3G and the LTE model. From now on, whatever I am going to say is 100% same for both the 3G and the LTE model. So, Motorola's new Moto E is slightly larger than its predecessor. However, it retains the same thickness and adds a little extra curve to the design. In terms of portability, it seems to be slightly heavier at 145 grams. The previous Moto E weighs about 142 grams. Next, talking about the display, well, it is definitely larger compared to the previous version because it has a 4.5-inch IPS display. The screen has a resolution of 540 by 960 pixels, which makes it a pixel density of 245 dpi. The screen is scratch-free, so thanks to the Corning Gorilla Glass 3. The phone has a RAM of 1GB and an internal memory of 8GB, which can be expanded up to 32GB with a microSD card. On the back, we have the 5-megapixel camera with a f2.2 lens, and on the front we have a VGA selfie camera. It has all sorts of accelerometer, proximity sensor, ambient light sensor, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, hotspot, GPS with assisted GPS, GLONASS, FM radio with RDS, and micro USB version 2.0. In terms of juice, the Moto E 2015 model is powered by a 2390 mAh battery. This is a jump from the 1920 mAh battery found on the first generation Moto E model. In terms of color, you can choose either from black or white, but unlike other phones, you can configure with new style, which Motorola call them bands, which is pretty easy to change. So now, where are the microSD and the SIM card slots? Well, all those are along the side edge of the phone on one side, which is covered with the bands. Next, let's talk about the software stuff. When you turn on a device, the first thing that will probably come to your attention is the upgraded operating system Android Lollipop. And I tell you what, it is a lot more smoother than the Android KitKat. So in terms of speed, for everyday use, it is super fine. So what about the gaming performance? Well, the graphics looks pretty good with the larger screen, and the phone does not lag at all, but playing with extreme high-end games will make the phone definitely lag a little. But one should not even dare to install extreme gaming high-end games in a phone this cheap. After 45 minutes of continuous gameplay, the phone does not heat too much and is quite manageable. The camera has been definitely upgraded, but not in terms of pixels but in terms of focusing mode. Now we have got the autofocus mode. Plus now it can shoot 720p videos at 30 fps, which is really another plus point to the camera. The still quality of the camera as well as the quality of the 720p videos is absolutely fine for a phone at this price tag. It has features like geotagging, panorama HDR, timer mode, and many other stuff which you will all find in these circular settings. But the quality of the front-facing camera is horrible due to the VGA lenses. Benchmark-wise, Antutu gives 22,057 and 3D Mark for graphics gives 4,481, which is above average when compared to other phones at this price tag. So now what makes you think, should you go for it or not? Well, let me make it more simpler by telling you what are the pros and cons of the device. The pros are, you are now getting a 4G LTE version with a low-end phone at this cheap if you want to buy something from Motorola. We are also getting the scratch-free resistant Corning Gorilla Glass 3, the autofocus mode and the 720p on the camera, the increase in battery capacity, interchangeable bands with 6 array of colors, last but not least the upgraded operating system Android Lollipop. And the cons are, reduced pixel density due to the larger screen size compared to the previous version of the Moto E, the poor quality of the VGA camera, plus there is no LED flash for the primary camera, the increase in weight compared to the previous Moto E, and also the phone is very thick, which makes the phone pretty bulky to hold when compared to other phones at this price tag. So at the end, if you really want a phone that does not have these cons, I can recommend a phone which is really better from all aspects at the same price tag. I have provided the links in the description below, so check it yourself. If you ask me, I will not choose the Moto E.